Hi everyone, welcome to my story time. My name is Julie and I am so glad you're here. I love reading stories, but what I love even more is sharing them with other people. So I'm so glad you're here. Every week I will select a storybook. It will be about a different topic and different interest. But I hope whether you've heard the story before or you've never heard the story before, that you will join me as we read it together and learn some new and interesting things about the story, but also learn about the message that that story is telling us. And so today, to start this off, I picked one of my favorite stories that's about one of my favorite stories in the Bible. And this storybook is called God's Amazing World. And it's based on the creation story found in Genesis, the first book in the Bible. And this book is written by Eileen Spinelli, and the author is Melanie Florian. And they tell the creation story through two cousins, Gracie and Bo. Let's read together. Gracie was painting a picture when her little cousin Bo came for a visit. Look at all the colors Gracie has. I wonder what she's going to be painting. What are you painting? Asked Bo. I'm painting the story of how God made the world, she said. Story? Said Bo. I love stories. Can you tell me that story? Sure, said Gracie. The story has 7 days, like 7 chapters. Can you hold up 7 fingers? As we go through each day, you'll hold up 1 finger for each day. What's the first? Bo asked. On the first day, said Gracie, God made the light and the dark. Bo covered his eyes. I'm scared of the dark. Are you ever afraid of the dark? I'm usually not afraid of the dark, but sometimes I am. But these words on the next page are very reassuring. Gracie put her arm around Bo. Next time you are afraid, remember this. God made the dark. Both day and night are good. What about the second day? Asked Bo. On the second day, God made the sky. Bo jumped up. Let's go look at the sky. That's what they did. And so they did. They laid on their backs in the grass and they looked up, up, up. Look, said Bo, that cloud looks like an elephant. And look at that cloud, said Gracie. It looks like a sailboat. Do you also see a cloud that maybe looks like a sheep or a car? I'm going to look up in the sky now and see what I see. There aren't many clouds up there, but the one I see, it's shaped just like a flying bird. That's a fun game. I hope you'll take some time to do that today and other days. God sure made a good sky, said Bo. Sure did, said Gracie. Now the third day. Follow me. Gracie led Bo to the back garden. The sprinkler was on. Let's take off our shoes and socks, said Gracie. So they took off their shoes and socks, and they stomped in the mud, and they splashed in the sprinkler. That's fun to stomp in the mud and splash in the sprinkler, isn't it? Can you guess what God made on the third day? Said Gracie. Bo scratched his head. Mud? Water? Close, said Gracie, giggling. On the third day, God made the land and the seas. Phew, said Bo. God was really busy that day. Very busy, said Gracie. He also told the earth to grow plants on the third day, and trees, and fruit. I want you to look around your yard, or when you go for a walk, look at all the plants and the trees and flowers and fruit that you see. God created them all for you and me. Fruit, piped Bo? I'm hungry. Let's pick peaches. So they went over to the tree by the shed and picked peaches. Yum, said Bo. Thank you, God, for these delicious peaches, said Gracie. Bo asked, how about the fourth day? Have you ever had a peach? Peaches are so good. What do you think happened on the fourth day? What do you think God created? Let's take a look at the picture and see if you can guess. Do you see any hints? On the fourth day, God made the sun. You see it over here? Yep. Bo waved to the sun. Hello, Mr. Sun. And the moon and the stars, said Gracie. Where's Mr. Moon now? Said Bo. I want to wave to Mr. Moon. Moon is on the other side of the world now, said Gracie. There may be a little boy just like you, far, far away, who's waving to Mr. Moon right now. Tell me about the fifth day, Gracie. Birds, Gracie said. On the fifth day, God made birds. Bo began flapping his arms like wings. Look, Gracie, I'm a happy, flappy bow bird. And Gracie said, I'm a seagull. She and Bo flapped and flapped until they were all flapped out. Can you flap your wings like a bird? That's a very fun thing to do. Then Gracie said, and on the same day, God made creatures that swim in the sea. Before she could stop him, Bo leaped into the wading pool with his clothes on. Look, Gracie, I'm a happy, flappy bowfish. Do you ever like to hop in a little swimming pool or the bathtub and pretend you're a fish? It's very fun. Then Gracie grabbed the net they used to scoop leaves from the pool. And I'm a fisherman. Gracie chased Bo out of the pool. They laughed so hard, Gracie got the hiccups. Have you ever had the hiccups? Me too, a lot of times. She waited for the hiccups to go away. Then she said, you will like the next part of the story. Bo counted on his fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The sixth day, right? Right, said Gracie. On the sixth day, God made animals that live on the land. Bo oinked. I'm a piggy, Gracie. Oink, 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 oink. And now I'm a cow. Moo! Suddenly, Gracie gave a roar. She chased after Bo again. And I'm a lion. Roar! What's your favorite animal sound to make? Why don't you make it now? A puppy? A chicken? An elephant? A tiger? A bear? Let me hear it. It's so fun to make animal sounds together. When they finally stopped racing and chasing, Gracie said, God made something else on the sixth day. What? Asked Bo. People, said Gracie. On the sixth day, God made people. Like you and me, right? Said Bo. Gracie nodded. Yes, like you and me. Bo hugged Gracie. I'm glad God made you, Gracie. And Gracie hugged Bo back. And I'm glad God made you, Bo. I love that cousins love each other so much. You said the story had 7 days, Gracie. What about day 7? Can you hold up your 7 fingers? God didn't make anything on day 7. Gracie told him on day 7, God rested. Bo squealed, what? God took a nap? Gracie smiled. The Bible just said God rested. And speaking of rest, Gracie yawned. Just thinking about God creating the world has made me sleepy. Me too, said Bo. And guess what they did? they rested together. I love this story because I love how Gracie and Bo helped us experience the way God created the world for you and me. At the end of day 6, when he created people, God said, and this is very good. God created us to take care of the world. And so I hope every day you can think of ways to take care of God's creation, whether it's watering plants, or maybe picking up some trash, or maybe just noticing the different animals and the flowers around you and all that God gave you. And remember to tell God thank you for the gift of creation that he's given all of us. And I hope you'll join me next week as we'll read another story together. It's so good to be with you. Bye-bye.